the Zoom panel here on Ernesto's, one of my favorite places in the world. We must have played here.
Yeah,
I think it's
like
over 30.
20 times.
If you remember everything that happened at Ernesto's, you definitely were not there. You know, we recorded numerous, at least 3 albums, the majority of 3 albums, and we've recorded some new stuff there. One of the reasons getting this together is it's the 20th anniversary of the Live at Ernesto's recordings.
I'm not sure if it was your first European tour.
It was, yeah, first show. You guys showed up at the first show, first
The
tour.
first
Yeah.
show, yeah.
And,
Wow.
we were hanging out at Ernesto's here, where else? We know this song with the rooster call.
Good
Yeah.
thing for coming.
And yeah, it's on the. It was on the Hellcat sampler.
Yeah, right, right.
We didn't have that song on the vinyl by then. So, and well, it was a small announcement in the music magazine on tonight, Slackers. So I said, hey, come, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go to Eindhoven. See the Slackers. Who, what? Just trust me, let's go. Have some fun. And
Really?
well, and the guy who guarded the back room, we knew this because we were attending the FNA for many, many years. And he said, we want to be in there just for 5 minutes. And Ernesto said, well, we can't go empty-handed. So he ordered a whole tray of tequilas.
That's right.
Just hi, we're from Sittard, and first we want to say hello, and first drink the tequila, and then we talk.
Mhm.
And well, we want to invite you for a gig in Ernesto's. So well, we needed something to invade your back room, backstage area.
Yeah.
And well, it came out. What can you offer us? That was what you said. Well, at that time we didn't have any money.
That was Dave said that. Dave said that for sure.
We didn't have any money. That's true. What can you offer us? Well, and then Ernesto said, "Well, I do have a Mexican restaurant, so you get free food." And Ernesto being a tequila expert,
Yes.
still growing as in that. So he said, you can have free tequilas as well. That's the best we can offer for you. So if you do have a day off, please feel free to give a show in Sittard.
That's right. I think
And,
you guys had actually been on top of it. You even saw that we had a possible day off somewhere. I think somebody was like, "You have a day. It looks like you have a day off," and I think you're going to come play in Sittard on that day.
I think that was Rino's idea. He came up with it.
Yeah.
To book you guys on a Monday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and we agreed on free entrance.
Yeah.
And that left Rino and me for a big job of being doing the promotion to get Ernesto's full with people within 2 weeks for a band nobody ever hardly heard of.
And so it's the first time we had a tour bus, and as you know, when we have a tour bus, one of the things that's a bit is where do you park it, especially on days off. And I think one of the reasons we went to you guys, you said, "Oh yeah, you guys can park the bus." So that like got our attention right away.
And then, not to mention, we showed up in Sittard, and it was like the place was packed. It was all guys that had bought the record. They all knew our songs.
Very original songs mixed with a couple of cover versions, but it was brought in a very authentic style, which I really liked. And it was a special thing in those days, you know.
Huh.
No band sounded like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the old band sounded like this, but not the new bands, you know. It had to be fast or whatever, or polished, but this was really authentic, you know.
Because knowing you guys' musical taste, it was always a source of honor to say, like, wow, Rino and Jan, I mean, the guys that like work the coolest record shop are telling people to buy our record. and like when you treat us like something special. And to us, I think, I mean, we first met you back then. We didn't realize, you know, we hadn't been in the music industry yet.
I think that first European tour blew my mind in general, that we would go all the way to the other side of the world, and then there would be people who knew our tunes and people who, you know.
It proved that Moon Records had, in fact, sold copies of our record and not told us.
I was working a music machine, actually, and we were selling your record. Jan and Rino, when they really like something, they'll tell their customers, and people, they take that for granted. So if Rino or Jan says like, this is so good, you have to buy it, people buy it and listen at home. And if it's not good, they can come back and say like, oh, I don't know what you sold me, but it was crazy. Here's back. But that never happens, you know. So their taste is really important, because people believe in their taste. And then the first Monday that you played on Ernesto's, it was so busy. It has never been that busy, because there was no limit on the door, because the entrance was free. But that Monday in '98 was the busiest concert at Ernesto's, I think, because it was packed.
Insane.
It was free. It was so. So I remember I just had to go back downstairs to restock something while the band was in the break, and Glenn was downstairs with Mush, and they were sweating and they were so hot. And remember, so I just went there to grab a new bottle of tequila or something, and they were just looking at each other, and they said like, "Oh man, we in our memory, this was great, but it is horrible." It is so hot. It is so hot. It's insane. I remember you and Roy sitting there on a crate on the empty beer bottles.
This is horrible.
This is no fun.
It's awful.
No fun.
Right?
Really
Do you remember that?